Good morning. This is Good News Friday. I have Sweden, Pfizer, Australia and the New World Order guys. Right, so Sweden, the National Health Agency came out now and said, well, they recommended people to go to work, even if they have a minor cold. They said, you have a minor cold, you can still go to work. Right. I have one recommendation for the agency. Why don't you just shut up? I also have a recommendation for the people of Sweden. That whatever this agency is saying, telling you to do the opposite. So you shouldn't go to work if you have a minor cold. That's my recommendation. And you know, you're better off listening to me. I have, for some reason, I have been right about these things. And they have been totally wrong. You know? Their advices are dangerous. Well, it's not that hard, really. Whatever they say, you think the opposite. Very simple. All right, Pfizer, big success, Pfizer. Wow. See, they decided to make a video to promote the tea. Right? And they hired this guy, John Legend, to do it. And they posted this video on their Twitter account. Big success. So when I checked, it had 4.4 million views. That's pretty good. See if you can guess how many likes it got. Well, what do you say? Well, 4.4 million views. What do you say? 700,000 likes, maybe? Or even 200,000 likes. It got 265 likes. 265. So 265 people who watched the video clicked the like button. 265 out of 4.4 million. That's not very good. That's terrible. Really. Pathetic. John Legend. Wow. He was talking. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't watch it. Right. Okay, now Australia. I love this story. This is about Karl Stefanovic. I remember this guy because he was on my list. When I did a list some time ago with celebrities who promoted the tea in Australia, he was on the list. And if I remember correctly, he was very bad, wasn't he? Promoting the tea and abusing people who wouldn't take it, right? Right, so now he's on morning television. This guy is very well known, apparently, in Australia. Karl Stefanovic. Morning television. He's sitting there with this expert doctor guy, and they are talking. And Karl Stefanovic, he said, you know, they are now pushing the 5th cup of tea in Australia. And Karl Stefanovic, he said, I'm done with the tea. And you know what the expert said? He said, well, it's sort of understood because it doesn't last very long. That's what he said. You take this cup of tea and it lasts for about 8 to 12 weeks. And then you're back to the old level. You have to do it all over again. And he said, maybe we need to stop recommending these cups of tea. It was amazing. And then this guy, Karl Stefanovic, he said, you know, what I'm really worried about is these fit, healthy people dropping with heart issues. And this guy, the expert, he said this, well, don't worry about it. Karl Stefanovic, don't worry about it. You're an old guy. This is happening to the young people. They get heart issues sometimes. Not very convincing. Do you think this guy Karl Stefanovic, he didn't look very happy with the answers. So this guy changed his mind, right? Secretly, but he had to talk about it, sort of. I think this was unscripted, this talk. Okay, this is great. Now finally, the New World Order guys. You know, there's one good thing about these guys. They will tell you what they want to do, right? In advance. They are like very, very poor chess players. They will tell you their moves. You know, I'm planning to move that rook over there now. You know, very poor chess players. But they do it, right? I heard this guy, Arturo Bris, Italian guy. This was at the World Government Summit. Okay? And he said this: I totally agree that the world order, the way it is built today, doesn't make any sense. It is not in line with the economic powers like India, Brazil, or Germany. And then he said this: but to me, the big question is how we are going to go through with this transformation. It can't be gradual. There has to be a certain shock. He said it. And of course we knew this, right? The shocks they presented so far hasn't been good enough. They want a bigger one. So they are really like big losers when it comes to chess. You know, I play chess. This is one of my big hobbies. Right? And I think they are good at the beginning of the game. They put their pieces in good positions and then they start attacking. Right? But they will tell you what they will do, right? And they suck at defense. So when they meet a good player, a good chess player, who will counterattack, they don't know what to do. They can't play defense. They just attack, and they will lose. Well, there's a lot of work still to be done. This is a long chess game. But you know, I think it's a pleasure to play against these suckers. They are terrible, and they are so desperate now. They now have just a few pieces left, you see, and they try to attack with them. They have this knight and a rook, and they try to attack. Let's move Justin Trudeau, you know, over to this square over there. That's all they have, right? Well, I know they have a lot of money. They have a lot of power. I don't want to say this really, you know, we have a lot of work to do. But this is what it looks like to me. Right. I wish you a great weekend. Be good.